Welcome back to Couch Sessions. Today I'm joined with the talented Sydney DJ duo, the House of Lowkey. Hey Ash, hey Jess, thanks for coming on to have a chat.
Hey, thanks for having us.
So tell me the story. How did you guys meet and how did you get the House of Lowkey?
Just how we met.
So we met at a house party. We had a mutual friend,
Benny. He wanna know.
I was DJing at his birthday party, and I saw Jess there. We started chatting.
Just clicked instantly, really. And then didn't know if it was just because we were super drunk that we were getting along so well. So we went on a little girl date, and then just wasn't even silence. We hadn't even met each other at all, and from the first moment, it just went even. From the first moment, I saw you.
Pretty much. We decided we were both into DJing, so like, let's start a little girl gang.
I think it was very COVID-y time, so we just come to mine, and then on Fridays after work, and then you'd stay, and we'd just mix for about 8 hours straight. And then decided that we worked really well together, I guess.
And how did you guys come up with the name the House of Lowkey?
So we decided that we wanted to do something together, and it took us ages to come up with a name. Ages, like weeks. We would just brainstorm and nothing really hit. And then one night we got super drunk when we were mixing. That seems to be the reoccurring thing. And we brainstormed loads of ideas, and then we went out for breakfast the next morning, and they were atrocious, weren't they?
Yeah, when we read the names sober, there were some really bad ones. I.e. spicy margarita,
salt and pepper, wet and wild. Like they were bad. Like they were so bad. And then
we narrowed it down to a few.
Yeah, it ended up being Remedy and Lowkey. We actually did a poll with our friends, and Remedy won, but Lowkey just sat with us. And then I'm really into like the whole drag scene, and on the drag scene they have houses where they'll bring girls in and look after them, and I kind of wanted that to reflect on our brand. So then we come up with the House of Lowkey, because we eventually want to hit a point where we take girls in and bring them into like
a girl gang.
That's kind of like the end goal. So we wanted a name to reflect what we kind of are aiming towards.
And that's why we kind of go like by Ash Lowkey, Jess Lowkey, part of the House of Lowkey.
Well, that makes sense. That's really nice. You guys want to do something for the female community, and that's great because the stats say that there's not a lot of female to male DJs and or artists. Do you guys find it difficult to get gigs and all that stuff being female?
I think it's very bittersweet. I think some people sometimes pick us purely because we are girls, which again is bittersweet because we don't necessarily know, I guess, if they actually like us or it's because we're girls. But then we kind of get it the other way where we're kind of maybe we're excluded, I guess, from a couple of groups that we know because it's a very boy gang. Like it's very much on both sides, but equally we also have a lot of people that support us. With our house are really good at representing females. They've got Penny's one of the girls in their Penny Mac, and she's so she's so good. She brings in all other girls. Blinda's are really good to us and other girl DJs. Lucky Presents, he's all for female DJs, and Max and Net, part of Blazing Height. I never say it right. With the We Love Boys, like there are so many people that are really open to it, but there are also a couple of little pockets that like to be boys gangs.
It's growing that people want to include female DJs more into their groups and into their networks. So I think there's some challenges, but I think we're doing all right.
Yeah, and you can kind of see a lot more of the community coming together for what we want to achieve rather than the boys gangs.
Yeah, because you guys basically what looks to be blown up overnight. How did you manage that? I've Some people have messaged me and they go, "Oh, have you seen those girls, the House of Lowkey? You know, how have they got such a good following? Like, are they any good?" I'm like, I don't personally haven't seen them. You know, I don't know, but they seem to be very good on social media. Do you have any tips on how you manage to quote unquote blow up?
I guess first things first, Jess is the Instagram guru.
um, yeah, so I have a marketing background. Um, and I guess I saw that there was a market for it, and I saw that even people that I know that are good DJs, I guess, weren't necessarily marketing themselves as to the extent that they could. Um, so I guess I just got a plan together for us, and then we just went absolutely ham with socials and
Networking,
sending out mixes.
other DJs.
Yeah, like we just got out as much content as possible, and
I think COVID also gave us a platform as well.
yeah, and time.
Yeah,
like we wouldn't have
yeah.
had as much time if it weren't for COVID, which is
Live
nice.
streams and
Yeah,
having the time to do all of these mixes and just reach out to other people.
and I think every time we got like all of our work comes through Instagram. I think we've had one gig booked through Facebook,
Yeah.
but everything comes through Instagram for us. So it's a big part of our business.
Just flood the market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're still in a lot of testing. We're still in like a lot of the testing stages just because we are really new. So we're obviously Instagram works really well for us. Facebook's 50-50. A lot of the promoters are on Facebook, which is why we have it, but it's not necessarily something that we put a lot of effort into because we don't get a lot of response. And then obviously at Twitter, not so much. We're going to touch on YouTube to see how that works for us as well.
Other than vlogging, do you guys have anything else on the table for 2021?
Definitely. We definitely have some production in the works.
Yeah, we got some all new production gear, all the gear, no idea at all. But it's something that we're really looking forward to getting into. We've got quite a lot of people that are really open and willing, that have basically promised us that they're gonna teach us.
I'd say we'll have a song out this year at some point.
It might not be any good, but it'll be something.
Somewhere.
Might not be worth listening to, but it'll be something. It'll be more like I'm hoping we'll have like a Joe Corey blow up, you know, like he kind of did his own stuff and then now he's like smashing it, like have that beginning bit and then you smashed it at the end.
Do you guys have any tips for anyone wanting to start DJing?
I'd say for everyone in general, just smash out mixes, network as much as you can online and connect with other communities. Because once you're kind of within a community, you kind of have like a new group of friends almost, and you've all got the same thing in common.
I think it's important also to just put yourself out there. Like, I know I started DJing back home, but I would have never put myself out there had I not met Jess. So you just have to, sometimes it feels a little bit cringy.
So cringy.
But you have to do it. And then once you kind of stop caring about what people are going to say in the beginning or what people are going to think or people are going to make fun of you or whatever it is.
You can't care.
Then eventually, you get somewhere where it doesn't matter anymore.
And I think smashing out content, like it's almost like a portfolio at the moment. And people kind of want to see what they're going to get before they book you because it's kind of like a nice way to get like little snippets and stuff and to see what you're about.
What your vibe is.
Yeah. And then I'd say as a bonus for girls, there's a lot of girl groups that are super supportive. There's WhatsApp groups that we're on. There's chicks on decks that are really good. There's so many and they're all super supportive and like everyone's super open. There's a lot of really open conversations about what you should get paid for, what you shouldn't get paid for, and it's a lot of good educational resources on there.
Funny that you said that your content is kind of cringy. You girls make it look so natural and just like it's like your everyday thing.
I think at the time it can sometimes be cringy, and when I say cringy, I mean I think in the very beginning. When we were like first putting ourselves out there.
Yeah.
You know, first making the Instagram for the House of Lowkey and first posting live streams or us DJing at Jess's house. And people were kind of just like, you know, making little comments here and there. But now we're getting booked for gigs and we're posting content that.
Yeah. And I think you can't always take note of the negative comments, because I think when you actually look at it, like, you should look at the positive comments to mean so much more.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, people can make all the negative comments that we want, but at the end of the day, we're having fun. We don't care. And that pretty much is our day-to-day life. It just first felt unnatural to have a camera there all the time. But now we're just used to it, to the point where we're probably quite annoying. Do it for the gram.
Well, they say when you have haters, you've made it. So technically you girls have made it.
I like to think so. Yeah, no. It is what it is.
Do you girls have anything to say to your ever-growing fan base before we wrap this up?
Just like say thank you for people that supported us. Like, so many people supported us straight from the get-go, and people that we didn't even really know that well, or that had found us on socials. Like, it's super amazing, and we still get so excited when people come up to us when we're playing a gig and they're like, show us
that
they're following us on our Instagram, and they're like, oh, like, or when like our friends come up to us and people are talking to us, like random people are talking to our friends about us, which is super surreal. Like, it's so nice. Like, and
the support's been amazing, and we've, you know, gotten to a place that I didn't even think we would be already. So
no, and like when, you know, people tag us and stuff, like, it means so much more than what people actually realize it does, because it gets our name out there more, and people send us content, and like, so appreciative. Like, couldn't be more appreciative of what people have done for us.
And we're excited for what's to come.
Super excited.
Yeah, with venues reopening, do you guys have a favorite venue you like to play at?
Flinders.
Yeah, I'd probably say Flinders is like our baby. It's our home. The owner's amazing. Rush is amazing. Like, she always is a place for us there. We just
met lots of great DJs there.
Yeah,
DJs there.
Just such good vibes. Like, it's so
sit down parties, obviously because of COVID, but they smash it out. Like,
they just go off.
Such a good time. It's always a good vibe. So
I'd say Tropicana's close second.
Yeah,
but Flinders is our home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice little rave cave.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come on and have a chat.
No, thanks for having us.
Yeah.